Hey everybody, this is Kushbu Loda here, and today we have Prachi with us. Okay, so Prachi is one of our pediatric dentists, and today we are going to take her interview. So, Prachi, would you take a minute and introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prachi and I'm a consultant pediatric dentist at Ora Face Dental Hospital, which is in Rajkot, Gujarat.
Okay, that's great. So, Prachi, basically, that is your own hospital, right?
Yes, that's my own clinic and we just started a year back in lockdown.
So, can you tell me, like, basically about you, your husband? I suppose I spoke to him as well. So,
Yes,
what was your journey when you started the clinic? What was the time when you started with your clinic?
okay. So my husband, Dr. Hardik, he is an oral and maxillofacial surgeon and who also at Ora Face Dental Hospital, Rajkot. So both of us started this venture a year back, and we didn't know when we started that there would be a lockdown. And unfortunately, just a month after we started, the lockdown happened, and that's when kind of things crashed a little bit because we just started, and then it almost crashed, and we didn't pick up so much. So just after the lockdown opened, and that's when we decided. I came across your page, just scrolling through it, and because I was also looking as to how to increase it, because increase our business, and that people know us. First of all, that people should know us, that we're here, because we just opened it, and 6 months, a month after there was a lockdown. So there was a huge setback for us. That's when I came across your page, and that's when I approached you for this. Yes.
Right. So, Prachi, can you just give me a brief about like what challenges were you facing as a dental practitioner? For example, like patient flow and all. What were the challenges?
So the basic challenge, since we had just opened just before lockdown, and since the lockdown how happened after a month we opened, and then the basic challenge was that people were afraid to come to us because of COVID first. Second, the basic challenge I would say was probably the money related issue, because COVID has itself taken a lot. I mean, I think a lot of people's savings. So for them to spend into a dental treatment was actually another issue for them. So I think that was the biggest challenge in terms of patients, and also since we had just opened, for us, for people to know us in the public and in the market was also one of the biggest challenges which we faced that time during COVID.
When you came to me, what was the problem you were hoping to solve?
So we basically wanted to solve one basic problem, that we wanted everybody to know that this is our practice and this is who we are. I mean, there's a pediatric dentist, there's a maxillofacial surgeon, and also there is a general dentist. So we wanted to know that children, that there is an exclusive pediatric, especially I wanted to know that children of Rajkot should know, I mean, parents of Rajkot should know that there is an exclusive pediatric dentist who practices here, and this is where her clinic is, and that all her grievances, especially pain or whatever, is going to be addressed here. And simultaneously, we just wanted people to know as of now, and we wanted footfalls because that reduced a lot. I mean, since we opened, it was lockdown, and so that reduced a lot. So we basically wanted more and more people to know us, more and more footfalls. So that's why.
So, Prachi, what do you think? Which marketing, right now we have tried a lot of methods. We tried paid methods, we tried organic methods. What do you think? Which marketing works best for you?
Yeah, I think I tried both traditional and as well as the digital method. And I realized one thing, to be honest. The traditional method, I spent a lot of money, but I didn't get so much out of it, honestly. But whatever the LLC method which you said, it is a very honest opinion. And through the digital marketing, I think I spent less, but I gained a lot out of it. A lot. I think I not just the footfalls. Yes, the footfalls was one thing. And second, we wanted a lot of people to know. I didn't realize when we started the campaign, I didn't thought we would actually get so much out of it. But a lot of people, not just from Rajkot, in and around the peripheries, just by seeing that ad, they called us. They were motivated just by that ad that they want to show their child to a pediatric dentist. And from a lot of places which were quite far away, I mean, people, even if they had to travel 2 hours for it, for them to come here, they would come here. They would call us and come here. And not just that, from their child, as I was treating the child, the parents knew about the other facilities which we have in our clinic. So through that, I mean, we got patients of other aspects also. So
like
that was nice.
Got converted as well.
Yes, exactly. Families, and then references happened, and that's what it just increased that way.
Right. So basically, if I remember, we connected in October month, right? After that, you implemented the system somewhere around February. Can you tell me, like, how did you find our help towards helping you in technical aspects and everything?
The one thing which I really liked about the program is you teach us how to do it right from the basic, right from the start. So that is a good thing, because a lot of people, I approached a lot of people initially for the website or for a lot of things, for digital marketing or stuff. But the problem is, they will do it for you, but you do not know anything, ABCD out of it. So you do not know what is happening, how it's going, and you are totally clueless. So you will have to be dependent on them every time you want to do something online. But this was different. We started, I think, from week 1, we started from the basics on what is marketing, what is a funnel, and what is your niche. So thank you, Khushbu, for making me understand what is a niche exactly. I think I ate your head so much on it. How to understand the niche, because that's very true, because a lot of us people do not know how to find our niche, so how to find our market. So the first thing which the program does is the whole schedule is divided into 5 weeks, where in the first week we are just concentrating on understanding what do we want from the marketing. So what is our basic target population, and then formulate them, write it down. And then after, when we understood about the target population, that is when we have to actually target. So that was how it started. And then I think we started on building on various methods of marketing and how we can do the organic methods and the paid methods is also. So that actually made me clear on so many aspects that, okay, there are so many different methods wherein how you can go and approach people via digital marketing, and also how a Facebook marketing works, or a Instagram marketing works, or even how these ad works will work. So how do you make a website? Yes, even that was the biggest thing for me, because I always wanted to make my own website, but I think I had tried doing it before also, but it was very complicated for me. But thank you for explaining all different kinds of small things on how to make a website or what. So it was really easy to do everything. All the modules were explained really, really well, and we start off from the basics, and then we slowly increase. We slowly go on to it is a very, very very good process, I think, because we start up from the very basic start and then go to build a website, and then we will be going on different paid and organic methods on how to target your population. So that was really well explained, really well presented.
So what were the triggers which made you decide to go for a marketing service? Like you told us right now that you had approached a lot of people before. Okay, before coming to me and all. So, what was your trigger which made you come to me and make a decision? I suppose you made a decision like that you want to go for me. It was just after an hour, I suppose. You made a decision
Yes.
and you went for me. So, I just want to understand like what was that trigger which made you take a decision?
The basic trigger was you were willing to teach me everything on how can I do it by myself. On I mean, how can I do or learn every aspect of digital marketing and get the footfalls by myself? Because a lot of people, and I was, I mean, since you explained what each 5 weeks were composed of, so that was the basic yes for me, because since I had approached a lot of people, I just knew that they would present me with the proposals saying, okay, so we are going to do this, and then we're going to do this, then we're going to do that. But the basic problem was I didn't know what are they doing, I didn't know how are they doing, and I didn't have the guarantee of because I know how much will that be getting benefit for me, because I didn't have any control over it. So since when I spoke to you, I realized that I'll be having a total control of whatever I'm doing, I will be going to do. Even if I am launching a website, I know what I am doing exactly from the beginning to the end. So that was the basic, I think the real yes for me, that I would be in control of whatever I am doing in my marketing business. And that's why I think
Great. That was your trigger, and I got to know about it today. So, Prachi, tell me about this thing that when we started, let's start with your real story now. When we started with the marketing, when you implemented the system, and what were the results out of it? So, tell me, how much did you invest in your marketing?
Okay, so traditional marketing, we had started off doing pamphlets and the basic traditional way of marketing. And also we had also approached a lot of doctors, dentists. So just giving away, you give away your own card and then tell them that this is where your clinic is. So we had done all that and the pamphlet thing as well. But the pamphlets costed us a lot. I think almost 20-30K almost for the pamphlet. But when we started with the digital marketing with your LLC method, I think the campaign hardly cost us some. Towards the end, it costed us around 2,000 or something, the total. And the revenue which we got from it was way higher. So I would say, traditional method was just spending a lot of money and gaining nothing out of it. Literally nothing. I think out of the pamphlets we distributed, I think hardly I can even tell you on counts 1 or 2 enquiries which I got. Because I think what happens exactly is the pamphlets just goes into the house and people just don't use it. They throw it probably. They just think, okay, it is just another pamphlet. Why to read it? Why to waste time over it? But I've noticed a lot of people, spend time on their phones rather than they would spend time on a newspaper or reading a pamphlet. Yeah, so a lot of housewives, for that matter, also or not just housewives, the grandparents was there inside the house. Even they spend a lot of time on their smartphones nowadays. So it was a really, I think, a smart way. That way to market your business through a sponsored ad, through digital marketing. It's like spend less. It's a very smart way. So you can spend less and gain a lot out of it. And that's exactly what happened with me. Initially, when I started off with this, I had literally, because I'd already failed with the digital method. So I started off with no hopes, to be honest. But I realized, I was overwhelmed by the response. So thank you so much. We had approached a few people, and not that we had exactly started with digital marketing then, but we had approached few people for the website making, for the SEOs, or for social media platforms, marketing and stuff. But so we just approached them for the proposals. We wanted to know what all they have to offer. So that much, and then that much. That's it. We didn't exactly do so. We didn't exactly go into digital marketing, but the problem was we didn't like whatever they were proposing because it was either too costly. It was too costly, first of all, and second, we were not getting hold of whatever they're doing because it was just in the form of कि okay, इतने package में इतना मिलेगा, but वो जितना मिलेगा, I wasn't satisfied by it because I had no control of whatever was happening in.
Nobody spoke to you about getting patients. They spoke to you about getting you campaigns, doing all
campaigns. Yeah, कि हम ये कर लेंगे. This is what we'll do. ये भी कर लेंगे. But there was no guarantee as to कि हाँ, all these things are gonna get me patients or not. उसका guarantee नहीं है.
So Prachi, tell me, what was the very one thing which you really liked about me or the LLC method or my team? What was that one thing?
Your LLC method didn't go about the basic way of digital marketing which a lot of people are doing. जैसे Instagram पे you put a lot of photos just like that, and or Facebook पे you every week 4-5 photos you put and things like that. But I know I clearly remember talking with you or Kunal over this, that this is not how we are going to do. We are going to approach it in a very organic way. So we will be dealing with the exact problems with what your patients are facing. So I remember when you had asked us to form a questionnaire as to, there was a questionnaire wherein we had to specify what exactly our niche or our patients would be facing problems, and wherein you had asked me to form a survey kind of, just to know what exactly your patients would be expecting from us. So that really made me clear that what exactly we have to target and where we have to target. So when we were doing our campaigns, so the method of approaching as campaigns, as dental camp, which we had done. So dental camp was basically targeting whatever their need was, and targeting the need of the patient is exactly what we have to do in marketing, I suppose. And that was what your LLC method, was all about. I think that, if we target the need of what our patients want, then automatically we will be getting the footfalls. Instead of posting a lot of random photos or things like that on social media, which usually a lot of digital marketing people do, and that is just, I think that is stagnant. That is not going to get you anywhere, rather than, posting some real stuffs, which people will actually relate, and things like this, which we did on the kind of campaigns which we did on LLC. So LLC was all about doing some real stuff, putting out some campaigns, or something like that, which people would relate कि हाँ कुछ तो इधर काम हो रहा है,
I'm really obliged to listen this from you. So Prachi, just few more things I would like to know. Okay, here when we were working together in marketing, when you started getting to see some results. Okay, and it was a big case study. Now that you are in Rajkot is a very small city. Okay, and you almost generated 26 appointments in first week, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah. And over the period of time, in 2 weeks, how many appointments did you generate?
Over the period of 2 weeks, we almost had 50 inquiries, 50 to 60 inquiries, which were online and offline as well. A lot of people just called us seeing the ad because we provided the phone numbers. So it was almost 50 inquiries, 50 to 60, I think. Yeah.
Basically, you got 50 to 60 inquiries, and the best part about you is that you were able to convert those inquiries into appointments and then convert them into patients. That was the best thing. Because see, appointments you can get inquiries like hundreds and 200, but converting is an art.
Yes, agreed.
Yes, so that's.
And I remember, I think you had even made us do this small assignment, on what all to talk, what all not to talk. I mean, I remember that wherein we sat down and we made few questionnaires on which my receptionist could even tell them even whenever the inquiries come in. The receptionist would ask these questions to them, and we had sat down and made those small pointers, and those pointers were really helpful. I mean, that is one really good about the LLC method. You are taking every client and looking them dealing with them on a very personal basis. So that's nice, because you're taking one client at a time that way. It is not like, acha chalo mass mein itne logon ko ye karna hai. So that is a very nice thing, because I really felt a very personal attention given to me. So that was really good. So that all those small tricks and tactics really helped a lot.
Prachi, what was your biggest obstacle that you were able to overcome with the LLC method?
LLC method, basically, it helped me first gain a lot of popularity here. I mean, a lot of people would now know that what kind of treatment I do, because that was one thing that was, when I started off, that was one thing which I was struggling to get from people, from the market. And this was very the kind of campaigns which we launched from LLC method, or whatever the LLC method in their modules had taught. So it was very easy to, that one obstacle was overcome really easily, that a lot of people knew us, that this is where we practice, and what kind of practice we do. So the number of footfalls, that was one obstacle which we overcame. And also one thing which I would say is, whoever is doing this, I think is going to become a lot confident in their digital marketing game. They would know exactly what they do not have to do, and what they have to do. So that part is very clear, because for us sometimes it is not clear that ki humko karna kya hai, where do we have to approach, because whatever we see on social media, we think acha shayad ye karna hoga. But then that way the LLC method focuses on one aspect, that this is the organic way of doing it. If you want faster results, this is what you should do. So that one obstacle, that I think these were the few obstacles which I really overcame. I became a lot confident in approaching the digital way of marketing, and plus also a lot of footfalls.
So Prachi, would you recommend LLC and me to your colleagues?
Of course, I've already started recommending.
Okay, so there are a lot of dentists all over India watching you. So can you tell a small message from your side to them? Can you give a message to them?
First of all, digital marketing is the need of the hour. And we all know this. Since the time lockdown started, digital marketing has been booming. And for us, I don't think COVID is going to go away very soon. The third wave is there for us, waiting. So this is the platform where we have to, if we want to build our market, this is the platform where we need to grow. And I think approaching digital marketing in an organic way is much better than doing something randomly and then ending up in a way wherein you are landing up in nowhere, supposedly. So it is all. I would suggest, this is my message for everybody. Please approach the LLC method, because I think you guys are teaching everything in a very organic way, and in a way wherein, if you want faster results, this is what you have to do. If you want to be confident in whatever you are doing, then if you want to be transparent in whatever you're doing, then basically this approach is what is going to be, is exactly what you need. Because they are going to teach you right from the start, right from the basics. First, कि आपका ये clear होगा कि basically what exactly do you want from the market, and then these guys are also helping you to make a proper website and then approach the market in a very organic way based on the needs of the patient, of the market. So that is a very good way of approaching any or doing a digital marketing, rather than just jumping off in a pool wherein we are just not reaching anywhere.
Thank you so much, Prachi. It was really a great interview. I suppose all the people around here got to know about your journey with us,